at the Dixon Hill Lighthouse on San Salvador to let you know that marine protected areas make dollars and cents. A well-designed and managed network of protected areas can generate income for nearby communities. From MPA managers to lodges to eco-tours, there is money to be made.
Healthy marine ecosystems help to protect our islands from climate change and other impacts that we cannot control. Healthy coral reefs help to break down big waves, and mangroves absorb storm surge and help to protect our coastline.
Older and larger fish tend to carry more and healthier eggs than younger fish. Fish replenishment areas will allow fish to grow bigger and ensure that we have more fish now and in the future.
In a replenishment area, fish are free to grow and reproduce. As their populations increase, more fish will spill over into other areas where fishermen can increase their catch and their income.
I support the establishment of a marine protected area on my island.
I support the establishment of marine protected areas on my island.
I support the establishment of marine protected areas on my island.
I support the establishment of a marine protected area on my island, and you should too.
And you should too.
And you should too.
And you should too.
See the future with Bahamas Protected.
Welcome to What's Trending. Join me, Jiminita Swain.
And me, The Bahama Beauty, Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m.
Only on the ZNS Network. It's What's Trending with Jiminita Swain and the Bahama Beauty at the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas from Studio A. It all starts right now. The week is moving along, and we're bringing you the stories, conversations, and personalities everyone is talking about. I'm Jiminita Swain, and this is What's Trending. Tonight, we're exploring the ideas, achievements, and moments that are making an impact, and we're glad you're spending your evening with us. Here's what's coming up. Before the international courts, the coaching titles, and the big moments, there was a young man with a dream. Tonight, we're following a journey that began right here at home, from his early days in the Bahamas to helping shape the next generation of athletes around the world. Also, every athlete has a moment when they have to decide, stay comfortable or take a risk. We're exploring a journey of change, challenge, and growth, and the decisions that helped shape a champion. And coming up on Trend Tracker, we're tracking the stories making waves, from power problems here at home to a major court decision on Bimini, a wildfire investigation grabbing global attention, and the entertainment buzz keeping you glued to your screens. All that plus the trends and topics everyone is talking about right now. Coming up after the break, What's Trending is next.
And my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. Out together, dancing cheek to cheek.
I'm Jordan, by the way. Tom.
Marco's Pizza. Marco's Pizza. Some never tasted so good.
Marco's Summer Party is bringing the fun. Choose 2 large 1-topping pizzas with a 2-liter soda for just $34.95. Or grab a big square deal, 1 medium, 1-topping pizzas with boneless wings for just $39.95. Enter to win weekly Baja Bay water passes and your very own Marco's Summer Party pack all summer long. Marco's Pizza. Summer never tasted so good.
Oh, isn't that nice? Wait, you missed it? Ah. You haven't been on the website. Here's how TDC can help you. Whether you're turning your home into a vacation rental, pitching a business idea, or growing what you've already started, the TDC is here to help. Visit tdcbahamas.com for every conversation, event, grant, and opportunity happening near you. Tourism is all of our business, and the TDC is here to support yours.
1, 2, 3, what you gonna choose? Strawberry swirl, caramel too. Cookie dough bite, brownies pro dream. Oreo crunch, make the whole team scream. Gotta be frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Gotta be frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Swirl it, twist it, taste that wave. Gotta be frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Cinnamon toast on a cool vanilla. Chocolate base and the flavor gets bigger. Sweet on sweet, yeah, that's the fun. Better get one, better run, run, run. Gotta be frosty, gotta be.
Welcome back. Every success story has a starting point, a place, a community, and people who help shape the person we become.
Bahamian Footprints, presented by Coca-Cola.
For Bahamian coach Nishad Mackey, that foundation was built right here at home. From his early days as a young athlete in the Bahamas to now coaching and developing players on an international level, his journey has been guided by hard work, passion, and a desire to give back. Today, we're learning more about the Bahamian roots behind his success, the lessons that shaped him, and why building people has always been just as important as athletes. Joining us now is Bahamian coach Nishad Mackey. Welcome to What's Trending.
How are we doing? Thank you for having me.
It's so great to have you here with us. So before we talk about coaching, championships, and everything you've accomplished, let's start at the beginning. Who was Nishad Mackey growing up in the Bahamas?
That's great. Nishad Mackey growing up in the Bahamas was a short, chubby kid that loved being outside, that loved the game of basketball, that loved family, and just like being connected into the community.
So what was it about growing up here that shaped your mindset, your work ethic, and the person you are today?
I think it stemmed from my parents, them being invested into their children's future, and then my older brothers that they loved the game of basketball more than me at the time, so they introduced me to the game of basketball. I just fell in love with shooting the ball and seeing the ball going through the net. And then my brother was very persistent with me, that he became militant. And I just fell in love with the game, and it just led me through each step of the way.
And do you remember the moment when basketball became more than just a sport for you? When did you realize it was something that you wanted to dedicate yourself to?
I've never told this story before, but every summer my parents would sign me up for the Jeff Rogers camps. That's when they had them at the BA Academy down there on Wolf Road. And I just remember just going through the drills, going through the competitive segments, and I would just never win any trophies at the end of the camp. I'm like, wow, I might not be good enough. But then something just flipped the switch where it just triggered me to work harder, to want to improve on my game, to get in better shape, to get stronger, to get faster. And I just fell in love with the game.
That's interesting. So every athlete has people who help them along the way. Who were some of the mentors, coaches, or family members who poured into you and helped you to shape your journey?
I think I've had a few along the way. Well, it started with my older brother who introduced me to the game. And then as each phase and step, someone guided me along the way. So at Galvantines, I had Coach Cash. And then at Zion Christian, I had Coach Grant, Coach Morris. And then when I went to C.R. Walker, I had Coach Grant. And then I met friends. One of my closest friends, Prince Brennan, he was one of the alphas on the team. And then he saw my potential. So we lived near each other. We wake up at 5 in the morning. We'd take the bus. We go run the sun at Cabbage Beach or Goodman's Bay. And then we go get up extra shots, whether it be at the Sunset Park basketball court or basketball court at the police station on Carmichael Road.
So a lot of dedication there. So you started out as a player, but today you're known for developing and mentoring athletes. So what made you want to move from being on the court to helping others succeed?
Well, truthfully, I had aspirations of playing pro and going overseas, but God blessed me with a family. So during my senior year, I had my daughter, and ironically, it was about a month before she was born, I broke my hand, so which allowed me to be there and be there for her birth. And then post-college, on graduation, my girlfriend at the time, told me that we were expecting our first and only son. And then I just told my agent, listen, I need my contract by this specific date, and I was supposed to sign a deal in Germany. And at the end of it, I just prioritized my family and being there for the kids and just watching their growth and development. And then just one thing led to the next, being involved with basketball over again, getting a chance to get my master's at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. Fell in love with the player development aspect, watching guys, come in early, stay late, work in the game, and just become all conference caliber players.
And having been an athlete yourself, how does that experience influence the way you coach young players today?
I think it's unique because not everyone was raised how I was raised, from someone that believed in them to someone that held them accountable. So just allowing them to be their own individual person and then just setting aside those specific goals. Well, this person wants to be a professional player, this one wants to be a successful businessman. So I always said it's never my way or your way. I think it's a collaboration. So we kind of put a plan together and we shoot for the stars.
And when you're working with these young athletes, what are some of the things you look for beyond talent? What tells you that someone has the potential to become great?
I think two things would be character, just them showing up each and every day, regardless if shots are going in, no matter if they're tired or fatigued. And then the second piece would be passion. How much do they actually love it? Is it going to be me pulling all of the energy and just dragging you to the gym? Ultimately, it won't work. It's going to have to be a passion that's instilled in you, that you want to achieve these goals that you said you want to.
And for parents watching us tonight who have kids who have dreams of becoming an athlete, what's the support that they could lend to their kids to allow them to improve?
I would say it's an investment. It's an investment to pouring into your child. And mostly these parents have multiple kids and they all have different goals and aspirations. But if your child is involved in sports, I would consider investing in, whether it be taking them to camps or taking them to the park and shoot extra, taking them to the beach to run and work in their conditioning. And then just loving on them unconditionally, whether things go well or not, whether they make it overseas or not, whether they become professional players or not. And I mean, these children, they need support. I know I wouldn't be where I'm at today without the support of my parents, my family, and then my community.
And finally, quickly, when you think about your legacy, what do you hope people say about Coach Mackey, not just a coach, but as a Bahamian?
That I did it the right way, that I never cheated, never stole anything from anybody. I put the work in. I showed up with a positive attitude each and every day, and I trust that God has opened these doors for me for a reason to pass it on to the next generation.
And for every Bahamian watching us today, whether their dream is in sports or in another field, what's the advice that you would give to them?
Show up. The hardest thing to do is showing up. So wake up every day, and you might not feel like you want to. You might not feel like you want to run, or you might not feel like you want to go to work. But the easiest thing to do, or the hardest thing to do, is just showing up.
Definitely some good advice there, Coach Mackey. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Your journey is definitely a reminder that success doesn't begin with the biggest stage. It starts with the foundation built right here at home. So thanks again.
Thank you so much for having me.
When we come back, we meet another remarkable athlete who took a chance, made a major pivot, and discovered a new path that changed everything. Her inspiring story is next, right after the break.
Bay Street, Harbor Island came alive with Bahamian music and culture with the official return of the Gumbe Summer Festival.
So one of the things that I wanted to do was make sure the Gumbe Summer was authentically Bahamian. I wanted the culture to become alive. I wanted people to remember the things that we did back in the day. And so one of the competitions that we're hosting tonight is a hang the clothes competition. And so you literally have to take the clothes out of the wash tub, wring them, put them on the clothesline, which is something the kids don't know anything about, but they're gonna learn that today. Now, I know they always catch the crab in Andros, but we have never really done it here on Harbor Island. So we're releasing some crabs tonight. Me personally, I'm gonna back on the side when that happens, but nevertheless, people are gonna catch the crabs. And so we're very excited about that. We're gonna have some watermelon eating competition as well. And then of course, we have a great lineup of entertainment. We have the Goombay dancers. They are from Harbor Island, cute little kids. You're gonna absolutely love them. We have the fire goddess that's coming. She is from the neighboring island of Eleuthera. And then we have the 1, 2, 3 Plus band, which is made up of all Harbor Island, Gopher Island. I'm so proud of them. And then of course, Bloody is here. Bloody is here and he's just gonna rip it up. And so not only on the stage, we're gonna take some stuff to the streets as well. We are ending, of course, with the junk canoe. We have to do it. We've had so many visitors stopping by and they've been asking, are you having junk canoe tonight? Yes, of course. So the junk canoe is gonna be here and it is a combination of both groups on Harbor Island, which is the Warriors and the Zulus. And so we are very excited. We're ending with a bang, just as we started with a bang. Goombay Summer is here.
For more tourism updates, visit Tourism Today or Bahamas.com. I'm Joshua Robbins, and this is Tourism Today.
Thanks for staying with us. When we look at successful athletes, we often see the medals, the records, and the big moments on the world stage. But behind every achievement is a story of choices, sacrifices, challenges, and the courage to keep going. For Bahamian sprinter Antonique Strawn, one of those defining moments came when she made the decision to leave home and take her training to Jamaica, a move that pushed her out of her comfort zone and helped her to grow both as an athlete and as a person. Tonight, we're talking about that journey, the lessons she's learned along the way, and what continues to drive her as she represents the Bahamas on the world stage. Joining us now is Bahamian Olympian Antonique Strawn. Welcome to What's Trending.
Thank you for having me.
It's so great to have you here with us. So, first of all, like I said, it's great to have you joining us here. But let us talk, before we get into the medals and the competition and all that stuff, I want people to get to know Antonique, the person. So tell us, how would you describe yourself outside of the track?
I mean, outside of track and field, I'm extremely laid back. Like, my genuine friends would say I'm probably boring and a little bit detached because I don't really like outside. And first of all, I hate the sun, to tell the truth. But I don't like outside, and I prefer reading books and stuff like that. And
so it sounds like you're just more in your zone.
Yeah,
like
I am very detached. Like, I'll speak to you right now, and then I probably tell you I'm going to call you back, and I would intend to call you back.
And you just get caught up.
Yeah, sleeping or reading a book.
So when you think back on your younger self, the little girl who first started running, did you ever imagine that this sport would take you around the world?
No, I haven't, because I didn't do track and field traditionally like the other Bahamian athletes or like athletes in general. I started track and field when I was like 15, 16. I got discovered at a sporting camp that was at the Kendall Isaac gym. And it mainly went from there. Like, a coach saw me and he wanted me to do track and field. I said no. He spoke to my mom, and
Mom said, this is gonna happen.
Yeah, well, he let her know, like, oh, she could get a scholarship from this.
And you say, okay.
She said, okay.
and you made it happen.
Yeah, I made it happen.
So your journey has been filled with many important decisions, but one of the biggest was moving to Jamaica to train. Take us back to that moment. What was going through your mind when you decided it was time for change?
Well, I technically did leave the Bahamas my 12th and 12th grade, and I went to the U.S., and I was in the U.S. for 6 years, and I was just complacent in the sport. I was very stagnant. I wasn't making no improvements. I technically didn't see any change for like 10 years through the whole duration. And I just thought back, like, the best of me was when I was in an uncomfortable situation, and I felt as if Jamaica would have done that for me. Also, along with, I wanted to become a world beater, and I feel as if in order for you to beat your competition, you have to see your competition. And whether we like it or not, the Jamaicans are top tier, they world class, even with the facilities that they have compared to the U.S. So I had the opportunity, and I just was like, I'm gonna go with it and see what happened.
All right, so we know that leaving home is never easy. So what was the hardest part about stepping into a new environment, and what surprised you most about it?
It was more like a culture shock, honestly, and because I did leave home when I was like 17, going on 18, so I still was a child that became a professional athlete, and I just was very lost, to tell the truth. So it's like, at that stage of trying to find myself and also trying to learn how to navigate through the world without my parents necessarily being hand and foot behind me. So that was probably the most difficult.
And as you talked about it, Jamaica is known as a powerhouse. Being surrounded by that level of talent and competition, what did that environment teach you about yourself? Since you said earlier you wanted to get that push out of your comfort zone.
It just let me know that I wasn't doing enough, honestly. It let me know that track and field wasn't a hobby, that I need to make it a lifestyle, and I need to know that this is a job, and also to learn the business aspect of the sport. And just know that I have to, success and being uncomfortable are like best friends. So if I wanted to achieve something better, I had to learn how to be uncomfortable with the whole situation.
And your career has had incredible highs, but you've also faced injuries and setbacks. So what do people not see about the process of coming back when things don't actually go your way?
I mean, it takes a massive toll on everything, especially like mental-wise, and like the identification of yourself, because I do track and field and the job is year-round. I don't have any true off time. Even in my off time, I'm still an athlete. So it's just a factor of when you're hurt, you're still gonna have to go through the mix zone and speak with the media. They don't necessarily want to see you crying, and your shoe company also doesn't want to see you crying.
So you just kind of have to
so you have to detach a little bit and put on a brave face. And that aspect,
it's hard.
Yeah, it's very hard because you're showing a brave face, but inside you're sort of breaking down and crying. So like you have to internalize a lot of things. And with the camp I'm in, we have like probably like 7 of the world's top 20 athletes, but there are only 8 lanes. So
you really, really have to push.
Yeah, you really have to push.
Before we let you go, we got to push in terms of time, because it's running away with us. So we're going to have a little fun with some rapid fire questions. What's your go-to song before a big race?
I listen to a lot of Cardi B, to tell the truth.
What's one food you could never give up?
Guavadoff.
Wow, okay. What's your favorite way to relax when you're not training?
I sleep a lot.
Oh, wow, okay. What's something people would be surprised to learn about you besides sleeping?
That I am an antagonizer. I'm the person that's gonna throw a rock.
You poke the bear.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you weren't a track athlete, what do you think you'd be doing?
I probably would work with computers, to tell the truth. So.
Okay, so one word your teammates would use to describe you.
Problematic.
Oh, interesting. So who would win a race? A young Antonique or today's Antonique?
Today's Antonique. I'm better than who I was before.
Awesome. Well, Antonique, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your story. It's been a lot of fun, but we wish you all of the best as you continue on your journey. And thanks again for spending time with us here on What's Trending.
Thank you.
Well, after the break, we're tracking the headlines making waves here at home and around the world. Stay with us. Trend Tracker is next. What's trending in business? Who's making major money moves, and how's it shaping your future? This is Economics, your front row seat to the biggest stories in business, innovation, and finance. Powered by the Sand Dollar, the digital currency of the Central Bank of the Bahamas. It's fast, secure, Bahamian. We're breaking down the numbers, the news, and what it means to you. Tune in every Thursday at 6 p.m. for the trends, the insights, and the stories that matter. Get informed, get inspired, get in the mix with Economics. What's making headlines, shaping conversations, and grabbing attention around the world? From global issues that can impact your wallet to the technology changing the way we live and work, this is what everyone is talking about in Trend Tracker. We start here at home. Days of power outages across New Providence have sparked conversations among residents. Bahamas Grid and Bahamas Power and Light officials addressed the growing problem, frustration, and outlined a way forward at a press conference this week. Officials say high temperatures, record demand, equipment failure, and aging infrastructure have contributed to the ongoing challenges, while warning that additional outages are possible as improvement works continue. Bahamas Grid CEO Dario McKenzie acknowledged the frustration while reiterating the company's responsibility to provide safe, reliable, and resilient service. However, it's McKenzie's comments about enjoying the island's beaches as a means of lowering demand on the grid that have also sparked conversation among residents. Energy officials have requested consumers conserve energy as much as possible. Next, 34-year-old Harrington Roll has been sentenced to 1 year behind bars after dogs attacked a 9-year-old American boy in Bimini last month. The child was airlifted to Florida for treatment after suffering serious injuries in the July 28 attack. Roll told the court that he had instructed his teenage nephew to secure the dogs while he was at work, but said he did not believe the animals would escape. The court also ordered that the dogs involved be put down. Now to the biggest stories making global headlines. A wildfire crisis in Washington state has taken a dramatic turn. A 37-year-old man is now facing arson charges after authorities say he was connected to one of the devastating fires near Spokane. The Old Trails fire has destroyed hundreds of structures and forced tens of thousands of people from their homes. Officials say the investigation is ongoing as crews continue fighting the flames. Now switching over to news from more binge-worthy views, one of television's most beloved feel-good shows is back. Ted Lasso returns for a 4th season on Apple TV+, bringing back fan favorites while introducing a new chapter centered around a women's football team. The series became a global hit for its humor, heart, and message of positivity, and now fans are finding out if the magic is still there. And Kevin Hart is back on Netflix with a new comedy, 72 Hours, and it's already climbed to the top of the platform's movie charts. The film follows a 40-year-old executive who accidentally gets swept up in an unforgettable bachelor party weekend. Packed with Hart's signature humor, it's quickly becoming one of the week's most streamed movies. And that's your Trend Tracker, the stories, streams, and buzz making waves right now. We're not done yet. More What's Trending is coming up after the break.
Heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. Out together, dancing cheek to cheek.
I'm Jordan, by the way. Tom.
Bing bang bing. Bing bang bing. Bing bing bang. Bang bang bang. Bing bang bing. Bing bang bing. Bing bing bang. Bang bang bang. Bing bang bing. Bing bang bing. Bing bang bing. Bing bing bang.
On Thursday's show, we follow the money, breaking down the business stories impacting your life, your wallet, and the world around you. That's in economics. Well, thanks for watching. That's a wrap for What's Trending. Follow us on What's Trending at Instagram. That's it for now. We'll see you at 6 p.m. tomorrow. What's trending in business? Who's making major money moves and how's it shaping your future? This is Economics, your front row seat to the biggest stories in business, innovation, and finance. Powered by the Sand Dollar, the digital currency of the Central Bank of the Bahamas. It's fast, secure, Bahamian. We're breaking down the numbers, the news, and what it means to you. Tune in every Thursday at 6 p.m. for the trends, the insights, and the stories that matter. Get informed, get inspired, get in the mix with Economics.
Welcome to What's Trending. Join me, Jiminita Swain.
And me, The Bahama Beauty, Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m.
Only on the ZNS Network.
Well, what about me?
What about you? What?
Well, I thirsty too, you know.
You want to see all the water out there?
Well, why you don't give me your water, and then you go try and drink that salt water?
You crazy, eh?
I ain't the one talking to a dog, you know.
Ain't nobody can drink salt water.
Then why you won't give it to me? All dogs need fresh, cool water and sufficient shelter from the sun all year round, especially on the beach and during the hot summer months.
Summers are very hot here in the Bahamas, so please make sure all pets have ample, cool, fresh water in proper containers and sufficient shelter from the sun, even on the beach. And make sure all dog houses and kennels have proper ventilation. Let's make it Bahamian to be humane.
This message has been brought to you by the Bahamas Humane Society and the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at tonight's top stories. Residents divided on Bahama Rock's harbor expansion proposal. Also, local promoters tout a successful holiday weekend and its economic impact. And education advocates say autism registry could strengthen services nationwide.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Raven Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. Well, residents of 8 Mile Rock are expressing mixed reactions to a proposed harbor expansion project by Bahama Rock that would involve the excavation of more than 269 acres of land at Southwest Point to create additional turning basins and deep water berths in Freeport Harbor. And while some residents believe the development could bring economic opportunities, others remain concerned about the lasting impact of similar projects projects carried out in the past. Our Yolanda Thompson-Evers joins us live now with tonight's top story. Yolanda?
Raven, for some residents, a proposed harbor expansion represents growth and opportunity, but for others, memories of previous excavation work still linger, with claims that damage to their properties have never been repaired. These residents say until these concerns are addressed, they cannot support another project of this scale.
I would advise the public and anybody who's been getting damage and stuff not to sign.
I can't welcome that project because at the end of the day, they will still damage me. Over and over, if they put me in a different settlement, build my home, I will go for that.
These residents say they notified the executives of Bahama Rock Limited about the blasting and acknowledged that some efforts were made to address their concerns. However, they maintain that those measures were not enough.
They say they can send somebody to here to put a thermometer down on the ground to feel the vibration coming from there. And what they do, they send them. But when they send them, they feel the vibration. Later down, they reduce the vibration. That's how wicked it is.
But others in the community say some family members have chosen to relocate because of the constant noise and vibrations. They also claim the blastings caused damage to their property, including shattered dining room crystals, further alleging that there has been no compensation.
Christmas gone, Mother's Day gone, Father's Day gone, Easter gone. People have children and stuff. Y'all never come to you, but y'all talk about y'all giving to the school and this one and that one. But the home y'all damage. Y'all leave it undone.
Because they used to come here do an assessment every other week when they doing bombing and stuff. But we never got any.
Others insist their properties remain completely unaffected.
I never had no problem with my house. But, you know, I hear people saying they had a problem, but I can't see.
The only complaints when I first moved in this area was Bahama cement, and that was dust.
Despite having no objections to the proposal, they believe the company should ensure that Bahamians benefit financially, given that it is using the country's natural aggregate resources.
They should give us some back out of it. I don't think it's 600.
Following a town hall meeting hosted last week by the Department of Environmental Planning and Protection, the consultation focused on Bahama Rock's plan to acquire 270 acres of the former Bahama Cement property as part of the proposed expansion of the Freeport Harbor. Despite residents' concerns, officials at Bahama Rock say the project expansion is necessary and that blasting will remain within safe vibrational limits. Live at Bahama Rock for the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition, I'm Yolanda Thompson-Everest. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you for that, Yolanda. Well, good news for local businesses on Grand Bahama as the island came alive, and many entrepreneurs and promoters say this past weekend brought a welcomed boost to the local economy. Actually, a roll of parts, many are now calling for the holiday weekend to become a signature event for Grand Bahama.
What started as a weekend of celebration has left many Grand Bahama business owners optimistic about the island's economic future. Party promoters and nightclub owners say this year's Emancipation Day weekend exceeded expectation, attracting visitors from throughout the Bahamas and creating a ripple effect that extended far beyond the entertainment industry.
The island of Grand Bahama has benefited tremendously.
It gave them a chance to see Grand Bahama on a different platform.
You feel like, hey, you see more people out, because you know a lot of people saying, hey, ain't nothing happening in Freeport, but your persons who coming out every night, like the money is here.
They say the economic impact was felt across the island, benefiting hairdressers, makeup artists, Airbnb operators, rental car companies, restaurants, and other small businesses that experience an increase in demand throughout the holiday weekend.
Rental cars, no Airbnbs, the flight them was booked. And a lot of people came from more than just the islands. They come from Canada, they come from America and Jamaica. A lot of people was here this weekend. Everybody made money this weekend.
More of these type events and weekends, like holidays coming up, yeah, that'll be good. More persons investing in these type of things,
Looking ahead, organizers say they want to build on this year's momentum by creating a signature Emancipation Day weekend experience unique to Grand Bahama. They note that while several family islands are known for annual regattas and homecoming festivals, Grand Bahama has yet to establish a marquee event that consistently attracts large crowds.
So I believe we should hone in on that and do our best to try to harness it and turn it into something that people look forward to year to year.
I was letting them know this like something similar to a homecoming here, because we don't have a homecoming really here. We draw a lot of attraction here.
Organizers say one of the biggest takeaways from this year's event is the importance of partnership and collaboration. They believe that in the years to come, stronger collaboration among promoters, businesses, sponsors, and other stakeholders can help ensure the Emancipation Day weekend continues to grow, attract larger crowds, and deliver lasting economic benefits for Grand Bahama.
Collaboration. Grand Bahama has been an area where you have to have the right partners in place in order for things to happen. So
the powers that be and those who were involved on some level with the events of this weekend would seek to join forces.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Rowe.
Great story, Shalia. In other news, a proposed national autism registry could help reshape how support services are identified and delivered for individuals on the spectrum in the Bahamas. Education advocates say having reliable data could assist with planning, resources, and specialized support within schools as government moves forward with steps toward establishing the registry. The details in this report.
They are expected to fit into the traditional classroom that wasn't designed to meet their particular needs.
That challenge is why Area Vice President for the Bahamas Educators, Counselors, and Allied Workers Union, Michelle Ouden, is welcoming government's proposal to establish a national autism registry. She says the initiative would for the first time give policymakers reliable data on how many individuals in the Bahamas are on the autism spectrum, where they are located, and the specific services they require.
This information can guide the decisions about teacher training, funding, specialized programs, and the valuable therapeutic services that these students need, and resource allocation.
Ouden says many parents continue to struggle to access the support their children need, essentially preventing them from reaching their full potential.
They themselves realize there's something going on, but they don't have the resources to do it privately. The Ministry of Education will assess them, and at one point, even if a child was diagnosed as in need of special education or a different learning environment, there was no space. At the Beacon School, at one point, they were overcrowded.
Noting that while the Ministry of Education has made strides by identifying schools for special education units and expanding the Beacon School here in Grand Bahama, she says the next priority must be ensuring those classrooms are staffed with qualified special education teachers before the new school year begins.
Special ed requires a special skill set and a special heart. So they need to find that delicate balance and get the right persons in these rooms to handle these children.
Now, government says work is underway to move the registry forward. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Education, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper, says the Ministry of Education is preparing a white paper on what is needed to implement it. He says consultations with key stakeholders are expected to wrap up within weeks. Now, Ouden says she's hopeful that once established, the registry will help bring greater awareness and allow more resources to be directed towards supporting students with special needs.
As a nation, I think it's our responsibility to continue to build an education system that recognizes those differences.
Just one station.
Well, as police continue to investigate the drowning death of a 40-year-old Grand Bahama man at a South Bahamian resort on Emancipation Day, the woman who was with him during his final moments is speaking publicly for the first time. She is sharing what she says happened that afternoon. Our Shalia Rome has that story.
A man remembered for his loving personality and kind heart. Those are the words Sharika Flowers used to describe 40-year-old Renardo Mitchell, who drowned at a South Bahamia resort on the Emancipation Day holiday. Flowers says she, her sister, and Mitchell had rented a room at the property and were relaxing when her sister suggested going for a swim. She says she agreed to join her and Mitchell decided to come along. Although she warned him that the pool was deep, Flowers says he assured her that he could stand in the deep water. However, since the incident, Flowers says she has been receiving threats from those who have accused her of being responsible for his death, an allegation she strongly denies. Flowers says the tragedy unfolded after Mitchell entered the deep end of the pool. She says her sister was looking at her phone with her back turned when they suddenly heard Mitchell faintly calling out, "Help me."
So I find a long black jean pant, which I didn't know who it was. And I hand it out to him. And when I hand it out to him, he pull on it to it. I pull him in a little bit, and he let it go.
She says she immediately ran into the lobby, searching for something to assist him. After finding a pool umbrella, she attempted to use it to reach Mitchell, but by the time she returned, he had already sunk to the bottom of the pool. Flowers says she then spotted two men nearby and pleaded for help, but according to her, they were unable to help. She says she continued searching for assistance until someone finally helped pull Mitchell from the water.
Call, and then my sister call the ambulance and whatever and stuff, and they tell us, we assess them until they reach there, and we did that.
While acknowledging that the incident was tragic, Flowers believes emergency rescue equipment should have been placed in a more accessible location.
I had to look like that was a junkyard I looking for all over the place. All over the place. And I don't think it should have been like that. It should have been hang up where you could have reached the wreck.
Now, our ZNS News team spoke with the manager at the resort yesterday, who claimed that the emergency rescue equipment was available on property. Meantime, police continued to investigate the circumstances surrounding the unfortunate incident as they await the results of an autopsy to determine the exact cause of death. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Roll.
We extend our condolences to the family. Switching gears now, essential employees at the Old Bahama Bay Resort who were locked out of the property amid an ongoing legal dispute between the property owner and the company responsible for managing the resort have returned to work. While the barricades remain in place, operations have continued. However, both parties involved have expressed a desire to protect the Old Bahama Bay employees' interests as a legal battle over the ownership, management, and control of the resort continue. Now, this is a story that we will continue to monitor and bring you the latest as the story unfolds.
And still to come.
Service Beyond the Badge Reserve officers celebrate 61 years of service with a community-wide outreach benefiting children and seniors. We'll have the details of that story, sports, and more when we come back.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good count salad, junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more.
Dolly Madison would like to say thank you, Grand Bahama, with a Dolly Madison Customer Appreciation Sale. Get 25% off store-wide on Friday, August 7th and Saturday, August 8th. Don't forget to check out the clearance section located in aisle 2. Look for the clearance sign. And it's summertime, so take a look at the selection of grills and supplies. Also, pool and beach gear. Open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Dolly Madison.
Elevate your space with the timeless beauty of luxury vinyl planks, now available at Grand Bahama Tiles. Choose from 5 sophisticated colors, offering the perfect blend of elegance, durability, and easy installation. Complete your project with our premium tile and grout cleaners, sealers, grout haze removers, innovative 3D frost grout, and professional installation tools. Visit Grand Bahama Tiles today or call 352-7920.
Save more drugs. We got you. From cosmetics to prosthetics, what you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, the prices you need and deserve. Feel the love. Save more. at Save More Drugs.
Have the following supplies on hand at the start of the hurricane season. A minimum 3-day supply of water, which provides 1 gallon of water per person per day. Minimum 3-day supply of non-perishable food items. Flashlights and extra batteries. A battery-powered radio to receive broadcasts that will keep you informed of the storm. A first aid kit. A 7-day supply of any prescribed medication. Don't be caught off guard this hurricane season. Be prepared.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. In celebration of 61 years of existence alongside full-timers, the Royal Bahamas Police Force Reserve Contingency is giving back in a major way by distributing much-needed supplies to the Grand Bahama Children's Home and the 4 elderly homes. By bringing together reserve officers from all over the Northern Bahamas, Assistant Commissioner of Police leading the initiative, Ernest Burrows, says the celebration effort is performed throughout the entire country.
We are celebrating the 61st anniversary of the Police Reserve, giving service to the community, to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and that's in every island. And we work in every area of the Royal Bahamas Police Force. Today we are giving back to society in terms of our elderly homes and our children homes. We have got a number of stuff that they have requested, that they needed, and we have acquiesced to their requests.
Burrows adds another aspect of the anniversary celebration is building a stronger camaraderie amongst fellow reserve officers.
Oh man, it's great. It's great for the camaraderie. We have people places from Abaco, I think some from Bimini here. The biggest continues from New Providence, and it's always for us to get together. It's a one family for us to get together. So it's very important.
In other news, under the theme Navigating the World Through Friendship and Service, Pilot International Bahamas convened a special meeting at the Royal Islander Hotel to officially begin a new term with its incoming board and discuss plans for the year ahead. The organization, which was founded in 1921, continues to expand its impact through service and leadership. Karen Ferguson-Bain, President-elect of Pilot International for the 2026-2027 term, says the new role is not an accomplishment she takes on alone. She says she's looking forward to working alongside her team and fellow leaders to strengthen the organization and continue advancing its mission.
For over the years, and I mean from 1999, pilots in the Bahamas District have made an indelible mark wherever they go, not just in Pilot International, but worldwide. We have scholars from the Bahamas. We have persons who went to the moon, astronauts. And so it shows that pilots from the Bahamas District have what it takes. All we need sometimes is the opportunity. And so with given the opportunity, we will continue to leave a rich legacy for others to follow.
Bain Ferguson says as the organization enters a new chapter, one of her priorities is expanding Pilot International's reach among younger generations. Incoming Governor-elect Nicole Colebrook also hopes to place greater emphasis on showing empathy and providing support to those in need throughout the community.
I'm especially committed to creating opportunities for our young members in our Anchor and Compass programs to make sure they are fully developed to take on their leadership roles.
The need that where we have to really care more, which is one of the paramount initiatives in Pilot International and the Bahamas District of caring more.
We salute our Facebook friend of the day, Krishawn Roll. We thank you so much for your support and we hope you are enjoying your day. And that is a look at stories making news tonight. Shane, what's happening in sports?
Raven slow pitch softball is back on the island of Abaco, and the residents are excited.
I can imagine, Shane. Well, thank you for that. Sports comes your way next, right after the break.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm self-insuring my investment, starting with this tarp.
We all remember the blue tarps after the storm. Let's make sure that we are covered with more than a tarp. Don't allow your investment to be at risk. Protect your investment with one of our insurance policies.
Nobody
does it better.
See news in the making? Call us at 352-9713 or 359-5167, or you can email us at zns3news@gmail.com.
Elevate your space with the timeless beauty of luxury vinyl planks, now available at Grand Bahama Tiles. Choose from 5 sophisticated colors, offering the perfect blend of elegance, durability, and easy installation. Complete your project with our premium tile and grout cleaners, sealers, grout haze removers, innovative 3D frost grout, and professional installation tools. Visit Grand Bahama Tiles today or call 352-7920.
At Save More Drugs, we got you. We got what you want. We got what you need. We got what you came for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Save more at Save More Drugs.
This is where it happens. Those moments that impact our lives. Giving you the information that you need this hurricane season. Wherever there is news, we're there.
Welcome to the ZNS Total Sports Cave, everyone. I'm Shane Stubbs. Following an 8-year hiatus, the Abaco Softball Association Slope It Softball is officially back in full swing. President Mark Douglas says the action was sorely missed and calls it a boost of adrenaline for the island.
Man, it means so much for the island of Abaco that softball is back. Softball is one of the top sports here in Abaco. And to see the amount of, I talk about old, I wouldn't say old folks, but, you know, folks with little age on them. We get the youngsters. So we you know, it was just a pleasure to see everyone comes out and have a good time and have a great time. Last weekend was the weekend where we break. We break until August the 21st. And then we're going to get it back up and going because, you know, everybody's on vacation mode.
In their recent slate of games, though, the Young Bucks and Blackwood Raiders went down to the wire, with the Young Bucks holding on for a narrow 6-5 win. The Bombers lived up to the title against the OG Rebels and left the park with a 15-9 win in their back pockets. And in women's play, the Lady Spikers dimmed the Radiant Rebels by a final score of 14-2. Meanwhile, Grand Bahamian slugger Chavez Young continuing to crush it in the Frontier Baseball League with the Quebec Capitals. In their recent 3-game stretch, they split a pair of games with the Troy Riviere Eagles. Young went yard in their 18-7 win over the Eagles before losing their rematch to the Eagles 11-6. The Capitals bounced back Tuesday evening, handing the Tri-City Valley Cats a 12-0 loss. Over that 3-game span, Young has registered 6 hits, scoring 5 runs, and recorded 5 RBIs. And over on the hardwood, Jonquil Jones and the New York Liberty making it 2 wins in a row with their recent win over the Seattle Storm. 95-83 was the final score. Jones led the way with 20 points on 7 for 16 shooting while grabbing 7 rebounds. They run it back against the Storm Wednesday evening, and the Liberty currently ranked 3rd in the Eastern Conference at 18-13. And that's my time, everyone, but your local forecast is next. I'm Shane Stubbs. Keep dreaming and keep believing.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics, what you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you came for. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Are you ready? I'm ready.
I am ready.
I am ready. I am ready.
Ready or not, it's here. That's right, the biggest gospel show with me, Uncle T Baby Boy, on 8:10 a.m. That's right, interviews, greatest songs, praise and worship. It's going to be exciting. We're going to take the Bahamas to the world and bring the world to the Bahamas.
Put it in. Let's keep it clean. Yeah. Put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not in the street. No, yeah. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not on the streets. Just put it in the trash, my guy.
Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye.
Put it in the trash. Put it in the trash. That's it, that's it. Put it in the trash. Just put it in the trash. Put it in the trash. That's it. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not in the street. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Yeah. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Yeah. We just gotta keep Grand Bahama clean.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that is going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Raven Davis.
I'm Shane Stubbs.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Here's a live look at the Bahamas tonight. They're coming your way next.
Well, what about me? What about you? What? Well, I thirsty too, you know. You want to see all the water out there? Well, why you don't give me your water, and then you go try and drink that salt water? You crazy, eh? I ain't the one talking to a dog, you know. Ain't nobody can drink salt water. Then why you won't give it to me? All dogs need fresh, cool water and sufficient shelter from the sun all year round, especially on the beach and during the hot summer months.
Summers are very hot here in the Bahamas, so please make sure all pets have ample, cool, fresh water in proper containers and sufficient shelter from the sun, even on the beach. And make sure all dog houses and kennels have proper ventilation. Let's make it Bahamian to be humane.
This message has been brought to you by the Bahamas Humane Society and the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Here is the Disaster Risk Management Authority's official 2026 emergency shelter listing for the Northwest Bahamas for Abaco, Andros, the Berry Islands, Bimini, Grand Bahama, Eleuthera, and New Providence. Abaco, Central Abaco Primary School in Central Pine, Friendship Tabernacle, Dundastown, Guana Key Primary School, Guana Key, Manowar Primary School, Manowar Key, DRM Abaco Shelter, Central Pines, Murphytown Community Center, Murphytown, Amy Roberts Primary School, Green Turtle Key, Faith Walk Church of God Community Center, Cooperstown, Crossing Rocks Primary School, Crossing Rocks, Morse Island School, Morse Island, Soul Seeking Ministries, Morse Island. In Andros, Bowen Sound Pentecostal Ministries, Bowen Sound, Reverend Euthal Rogers Primary School, Deep Creek, Friendship Baptist Church, The Bluff, Cleora McKenzie Preschool, Long Bay Keys, Burnt Rock Primary School, Burnt Rock, Mangrove Key. Mangrove Key High School in Mangrove Key, South Andres Multipurpose Gymnasium, Money Rock South Andres, Bamsey Training Center, Bark Community, Nicholstown Clara Evans Primary School in Nicholstown.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, a commitment to deliver more reliable health care to the Family Islands following the signing of a key agreement. Plus, reaction tonight to an energy executive's unorthodox advice for how Bahamians can beat the summer heat and at the same time conserve electricity. And positive signs in hotel occupancy levels during its traditionally slow period. Tune in to hear what one hotel exec believes is behind the much welcomed growth. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. Access to health care can look very different depending on which island you call home. Now, a new partnership is aiming to close that gap with a particular focus on the communities that often face the greatest challenges getting care. Our Leah Cooper tells us more in tonight's top story.
The Bahamas is now a part of a small group of countries around the world taking a major step to strengthen primary health care. The country inked a memorandum of understanding under the Alliance on Primary Health Care in the Americas, bringing together the Pan American Health Organization, the Inter-American Development Bank, and the World Bank. The partners will pool funding, ideas, and expertise to help modernize local clinics and expand preventative care, especially on the Family Islands. The goal? To help people see a doctor earlier, solve health problems sooner, and keep minor conditions from becoming serious illnesses.
With the signing of this Memorandum of Understanding, we become the 12th country to join this initiative and the first CARICOM member state to do so. For the Bahamas, this partnership with the Pan American Health Organization, the Inter-American Development Bank, and the World Bank is about improving healthcare and the well-being for the residents of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
The IDB's Chief of Operations here in the Bahamas, Stephen Collins, outlines what this agreement will focus on.
The construction and upgrading of clinics across several Family Islands, bringing essential health services closer to communities regardless of their size or location. It also includes an ambitious program to equip these clinics with telehealth services, which improves access and quality of care, especially in the more remote areas of the archipelago.
Collins adds that these investments are about much more than mere buildings. They represent the commitment to ensuring that all Bahamians have access to quality health care no matter where they live. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
Well, meantime, the country's energy challenges are without question having a crippling effect on just about every sector. Most critical, the healthcare system. Tonight, Corval Pyfrom has a checkup on just how much services at the nation's public health care facilities have been impacted.
Magushla, that is a great lead-in, and ostensibly nothing says SOS quite like lightning strikes, thunder sounds. It tells you that we could again be on the cusp of more power outages, which means places like the Princess Margaret Hospital are tonight especially on guard. The country's already critically strained public healthcare system again under the microscope. Recent nationwide power outages creating further challenges. Health and Wellness Minister, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, questioned by reporters about whether the nation's healthcare system has been adversely impacted by these chronic disruptions.
Well, the power outage did have an impact on us. We have mitigated the strategies. We're working with generation powers to ensure that if we have a power outage, we have the generation capacity so that clinic operations are not interrupted.
The health minister's comments come as Princess Margaret Hospital has come under the gun, and social media posts insisting outages are impacting care. Darville, though, holding firm.
We believe that we have developed a formula here at the Princess Margaret Hospital and by extension to our clinics, and we feel comfortable that going forward it will have less interruptions as was initially when the power outage began.
BPL officials, meanwhile, have been working round the clock. Unprecedented high temperatures and an already fragile system, they say, make added demand a struggle. Prime Minister Davis late last week admitting his own frustration with the energy grid, appealing to the public for patience.
We inherited a very archaic and end of life most times system. And the only way to have it repaired is to replace much of what we're doing. Hence, the replacement of grid and the other components that's necessary to ensure safe and reliable electricity through transmission and distribution.
As best as we can tell, as we come back to Macushla, our lights are still on, so we're hoping that the hospital's lights are also on. And I believe, Macushla, that is the hope for patients, for frontline healthcare workers all across the country this night. Reporting from outside the Princess Margaret Hospital, I'm Corval Pyfrom, back in studio to you, Macushla.
Well, thanks, Corvell. In related news tonight, major backlash from the Court of Public Opinion following an energy executive's remarks on conserving energy this summer. Here's what some residents told our Cleopatra Murphy.
We're not saying do without your air condition or the luxuries of your home. Enjoy them. All we're saying is conserve. Sometimes it may be not a bad thing. I know I do it. I go out and I sit on the beach and enjoy what this beautiful island has to offer.
That comment from Bahamas Grid Company CEO Dario McKenzie is not sitting well with BPL customers who have had to deal with sweltering heat and sometimes darkness for hours on end amid constant power outages, sometimes island-wide. Customers like Almina Hanna and Jason Smith see McKenzie's suggestion aimed at reducing load on the grid as a slap in the face.
Last month and this month, my light bill is over $200. They need to go to the beach to collect the difference from $35 to $220-some.
My kids be sweating like dog. A lot of night they cut off the BBL, they cut off the current late night. And it's like that's the time when people really be sleeping. And that's the time people really need the current to be on.
While BPL and its partners have lamented about the additional strain to the power provider and its aged system, for residents, the message is simple: less talk and more meaningful action.
You know you got the problem, you see the problem, and people are paying hard money for electricity which they're not getting. Hey, solve the situation. But whoever said that should be demoted.
I think there should be a lot more sympathy towards Bahamians suffering from these issues, especially with global warming. Nassau is very hot. The beach is also hot, and the beach is full of people. Nobody want to be around a bunch of people when it's already hot.
There's only so much hours you can spend in the water under the direct sunlight. It is a serious thing, and for this heat and how strong the sun is, it's really damaging to the body.
As temperatures continue to soar and with residents on edge, uncertain as to when the next power outage will hit, BPL customers say they just want to see the power problems resolved. From Saunders Beach, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Well, as public sentiment grows, Bahamas Grid Company is ramping up efforts to strengthen its technical workforce as it tackles aging infrastructure and reliability challenges across New Providence's power network. And this, as a BGC Chief Executive Officer Dario McKenzie says, recruiting skilled technical workers remains a challenge. The company, however, is moving to close that gap, bringing in new hires, recruiting former BPL employees, and using contracted support to bolster its workforce.
Our target goal is to reach somewhere between 160 and 180. Currently, T&D staff, we're roughly at 100. Now, not all 100 are dedicated to line work, and I think that's perhaps the crux of your question. So I would say approximately 80%, so around 60 to 80 people that are focused on actual line work. And like I said, that is combined with contracted resources. And so by doing it that way, we can ramp up and scale up as we onboard and train more BGC line workers and personnel then we can go down on contracted forces and make the adjustments needed.
Coming up, a flight back home for more illegals. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good conch salad, junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Flows through us from the pine barrens to the ocean, in the sun and in the dust. We are building for tomorrow, and the future flows through us. Yeah, yeah. Yes, the future flows through us.
The Water and Sewage Corporation, celebrating 50 years of nation building.
From your first heartbeat.
Thank you, and the little guy's all set.
We've been here for you. By your side.
She's good.
Through every challenge, every milestone.
6 miles, hold it.
This house will be yours someday. Every triumph. Maybe hers. Covering, protecting, securing.
The insurance covered everything?
Here since 1899. Always here. Kalina. Caring for you.
At a shot there outside the Margaritaville Beach Resort on the cruise port side, and that shot courtesy of our Isaac Roberts. Thanks, Isaac. Oh, welcome back. Things taking a turn for the worst for accused Bahamian drug trafficker Jonathan Eric Gardner. A new United States federal drug trafficking charge has been added to Gardner's laundry list of charges. According to a U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration release, a federal indictment unsealed in Georgia charges Gardner, also known as Player, with conspiracy to import cocaine into the United States and conspiracy to possess cocaine with the intent to distribute. U.S. prosecutors allege that between December 2022 and May of this year, Gardner coordinated the shipment of large quantities of cocaine from the Bahamas to the Northern District of Georgia, including the Atlanta area, where the drugs were allegedly distributed to several states. Gardner was arrested after being rescued from a private plane crash off the Florida coast back in May. U.S. authorities say he remains in custody, awaiting trial on separate drug charges in New York before appearing in the Georgia case. The DEA officials stressed that the indictment contains allegations only, and Gardner is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in court. Well, back here at home, another group of migrants were sent back home as officials continue the crackdown on immigration violations. Fern Carey has that story.
A group of Asian migrants, including women and children who were detained at the Carmichael Road Detention Center, were loaded onto buses Wednesday morning and transported to the Lyndon Pinling International Airport to be returned to their homeland. Once at the airport, the migrants boarded a Bahamas Air flight for Haiti. State Minister for Immigration in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Darren Pickstock, says the repatriation exercise is part of ongoing efforts by the Immigration Department to deepen enforcement of our immigration laws.
We have 62 individuals traveling today, 49 males, 12 females, and 1 minor traveling back today. So that is the breakdown of the individuals being repatriated today. And we are doing this in accordance with the laws of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And it's very important for everyone to understand that they must comply with the laws of the Bahamas. So I'm just sending out a clarion call for all individuals who are in breach of our immigration laws to either take steps to regularize their status or voluntarily leave the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
State Minister Pickstock also assured that active investigations are underway into allegations of abuse at the Carmichael Road Detention Center involving a detainee who claimed that he was mistreated by immigration officers.
Our fine men and women of the Immigration Department, as you know, they work under very strenuous circumstances sometimes. And while there have been allegations of a breach, I want to assure the public that we are addressing and investigating any allegations of abuse, and there are mechanisms under our law to deal with anyone, any of our officers who are in breach of the law.
He also made this appeal to employers who hire foreign nationals.
Ensure that these individuals are regularized, that they put their work permits in on time, so we don't have to be here conducting these exercises, because there are mechanisms under our law to deal with this so that repatriations like this do not happen.
Now, once the Haitian nationals arrive in Haiti, they will be processed by local officials before being released into the community. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
Well, community leaders in Fox Hills say crime is trending downwards, and they're attributing that to a deliberate investment in people, partnerships, and prevention. They point to a series of initiatives headed by the Fox Hill Urban Renewal Community Center, all designed to stir young people towards positive opportunities while strengthening families and fostering safer neighborhoods. Among them, mentorship, youth engagement, and social support programs specifically geared towards young men. Area MP Fred Mitchell agrees that safer communities are built through consistent engagement, shared responsibility, and sustained investment in people.
So when you look down the list, there's something which is not in the list of causes of death for females, and that is interpersonal violence. Number 3, the third highest cause of death among males. And somewhere down the line are road traffic accidents. So we have a job to do to support what the Governor General has been doing, to reach out to the young male community to say, you are important to us. We cannot afford for you to die at 20 years old.
The Fox Hill MP vowed that efforts will continue to invest in residents of that area to ensure the gains continue.
I want you to believe that this project in Fox Hill has importance more than just what happens in this local village. It is important to the continuation, the progress, the self-esteem, the confidence of the people of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And it's your responsibility to keep this going. And we will do, so long as we are the shepherds of the flock, we will do our best to ensure that this tradition continues.
All flows in tourism, ebbs and flows rather, in tourism's calendar year, and true to form, the period mid-August to mid-October is the industry's traditionally slow period. September perhaps the slowest of them all, but from Bahamas Senior Vice President of Government and External Affairs Robert Sands' vantage point, while that is still the case, things are not as bad as they were last year.
The occupancy levels that have been achieved in the last 2-3 years, we're seeing growth on them this year. So that's a positive sign. They're still not where we would like them to be, but we're seeing double-digit growth for September, which is a very, very positive sign that we're not having the peaks and valleys at the levels that we've had in the past, but now we're having, I would say, small hills and dips, certainly for the third quarter of this year.
And according to the veteran hotelier, here's why.
I think that's a direct result of increase in events that are driving incremental business during this particular period by a number of properties, number one. Number two, the groups have come back stronger since COVID. 3, we're seeing stopover visitors from some traditional areas double their level of of guests, in particular the Canadian market, to the Bahamas. We're also seeing the transient business grow as well. And, you know, the Bahamas attracts a luxurious customer that will travel to quality areas, and the destination has been a beneficiary of that as well.
Still talking tourism, the industry's up for another special award. Voting's underway for this year's Travi Awards, and the Bahamas is a nominee in the Best Caribbean Tourism Board category, going head-to-head with its regional neighbors from Jamaica, Barbados, Aruba, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. The honor recognizes the best destinations, cruise lines and cruise ships, hotels and resorts, tourism boards, vacation packagers, and much more. You have until September 4th to log on to travelpulse.com to vote. The award ceremony takes place on November 5th at the Broward County Convention Center.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Luck, the Quicks keep things moving. Quick 4 keeps things fresh. Quick 3 keeps things clean. And Quick 2 keeps things running. But today, there's a new Quick in town. Meet Quick 5, bringing even more chances into play. Because when the Quicks come together, things don't just add up, they multiply. And $1 can turn into $50,000. Play the 5-ball Quick 5 on Island Luck now. Must be 18 and over. Island Luck reminds you that it's only a game, so please game responsibly.
Marco's Pizza. Marco's Pizza. Some never tasted so good.
Marco's Summer Party is bringing the fun. Choose 2 large one-topping pizzas with a 2-liter soda for just $34.95. Or grab a big square deal, 1 medium, 1-topping pizzas with boneless wings for just $39.95. Enter to win weekly Baja Bay water passes and your very own Marco's Summer Party pack all summer long. Marco's Pizza. Summer never tasted so good.
This hurricane season, don't wait until a storm is on the way. The time to protect your most valuable assets is today. Talk to us before it's too late. Don't wait till devastation is at your door. We can help you protect your home from all kinds of perils, including hurricanes. In the event a storm is traveling, new policies cannot be issued until after the storm has passed. We're here to help you weather the storm with peace of mind.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Well, Marlena, we're back together again.
Yes, we are. We're back together. I'm flying solo again.
Yeah, but
alone again.
No need to worry. I know you can hold it down. I have full faith in you.
Thank you. Well, we've got a lot coming up tonight. We've got the Leadership Empowerment Summit that's coming up. We're going to be talking to the organizers of that. We've also got a pretty interesting second chance summer camp story that I think most people will find a new way to look at if you had trouble in school, making sure maybe you don't take it into next year. Yeah, we've got a bit of fun for everybody. And of course, your latest in sports coming up too.
See, sounds good. Stay with us.
Sun-Sea Good Friends.
And bold new flavor has arrived in the Bahamas. Introducing the new Jalapeno Ranch Cheeseburger. Spicy jalapenos, cool ranch, fresh Wendy's beef, one perfect balance. This isn't a heat you run from, you enjoy it. Bring the heat. Keep the cool with Wendy's new Jalapeno Ranch Cheeseburger.
As we continue to develop the orange economy of the Bahamas and empower our artists and artisans, we as a government intend to show tangible support. We are therefore requesting our Bahamian artists and artisans to submit images of their handmade, authentically made Bahamian products and prices as we move to produce a live digital booklet with Bahamian-made works. With the creation of a live booklet, artisans can always submit new works to be included. It is our intent to use this book as a catalog for the purchase of items by all senior government officials for gifts, display items, and the like. Ministers, permanent secretaries, members of parliament, and ambassadors will be supporting our orange economy by the purchase of items and in sharing this book to the wider global creative community. We are committed to grow and expand the orange economy of the Bahamas.
And that does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
Bay Street, Harbor Island came alive with Bahamian music and culture with the official return of the Goombay Summer Festival.
So one of the things that I wanted to do was make sure the Goombay Summer was authentically Bahamian. I wanted the culture to become alive. I wanted people to remember the things that we did back in the day. And so one of the competitions that we're hosting tonight is a hang the clothes competition. And so you literally have to take the clothes out of the wash tub, wring them, put them on the clothesline, which is something the kids don't know anything about, but they're gonna learn that today. Now, I know they always catch the crab in Andros, but we have never really done it here on Harbor Island. So we're releasing some crabs tonight. Me personally, I'm gonna back on the side when that happens, but nevertheless, people are gonna catch the crabs. And so we're very excited about that. We're gonna have some watermelon eating competition as well. And then of course, we have a great lineup of entertainment. We have the Goombay dancers. They are from Harbor Island, cute little kids. You're gonna absolutely love them. We have the Fire Goddess that's coming. She is from the neighboring island of Eleuthera. And then we have the 1-2-3 Plus band, which is made up of all Harbor Island, Gopher Island. I'm so proud of them. And then of course, Bloody is here. Bloody is here and he's just gonna rip it up. And so not only on the stage, we're gonna take some stuff to the streets as well. We are ending, of course, with the junk canoe. We have to do it. We've had so many visitors stopping by and they've been asking, are you having junk canoe tonight? Yes, of course. So the junk canoe is going to be here and it is a combination of both groups on Harbor Island, which is the Warriors and the Zulus. And so we are very excited. We're ending with a bang, just as we started with a bang. Goombay Summer is here.
For more tourism updates, visit Tourism Today or Bahamas.com. I'm Joshua Robbins, and this is Tourism Today.
Tonight, Access Now starts now.
Happy Hump Day. I'm Marlena Leonard with your Wednesday edition of Access Now, the lighter side of news. Now, before we get into what's shaping our show tonight, our chief meteorologist Basil Dean joins us with our first check on weather. And I hear we're in for more showers and thunderstorms. So Basil, tell us what's happening in the tropics.
Good evening, Malena. Unsettled weather continued to affect the northwest Bahamas, and that's due to a mid to upper level trough near the northern Bahamas, and that's firing up some heavy showers and thunderstorms over parts of the area. And then we have this surface trough that's near Hispaniola. That is also working towards the west and will close in on the southeast Bahamas later on tonight and tomorrow, bringing with it some tropical moisture, and that too will fire up showers for the next couple of days. So it wouldn't be until about Saturday over the weekend before we see some clearing of our skies. And our boating forecast tonight through tomorrow in the northwest and central islands, easterly winds 12 to 18 knots, the wave height 3 to 6 feet. Now, first low tide, that would take place at 7:51 tonight, and then you'll have another low tide at 7:54 tomorrow morning. And for the southeastern islands tonight and Thursday, east to southeast winds at 15 to 20 knots. The wave heights are going to be a bit choppy at 4 to 7 feet over the ocean, so a caution flag is in place for boaters in the southeast Bahamas right into Thursday. And then on Friday in the northwestern Bahamas, we will see a slight reduction in those winds. The winds will be coming southeast at 10 to 15 knots. The wave height subsiding 2 to 4 feet, so we'll drop the caution flag for the northwest Bahamas on Friday. Low tide 8:55 in the morning with a high tide at 3:54 in in the afternoon. And for the central and southeastern islands on Friday, slight reduction there as well. The winds more east to southeast at 12 to 18 knots. Wave heights down just a tad, 3 to 6 feet, with a caution flag holding for the central and southeastern islands. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
The town you're chasing down, every crack and crevice you want own. You're all over the place you're trying to roam. You're living a sweet thing at home. I don't care if you live in life for the key, if you live in damn town, this thing don't discriminate.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update.
Thanks so much, Basil. Make sure to keep those umbrellas close. We've got a lot coming up tonight. An assault survivor turns her turmoil into a testimony and pens a tell-all book to share her story. Plus, just ahead of the new school year, the RBPF School Policing Unit hosts the Second Chance Summer Camp for challenged youth. And cruise tourism continues to soar. We go inside the numbers next. And your Wednesday Women in Sports feature is straight ahead. But first, after the break, the Leadership Empowerment Summit breaks off on Friday. We'll tell you all about it when Access Now returns.
Enter any Super Value or Quality Supermarkets location and you enter a world of savings with specials like Rainbow Corned Beef, 12 ounces, $2.39. Par Excellence Long Grain Rice, 5 pounds, $3.99. Whole Chicken Wings, $1.79 per pound. Fresh Tomatoes, $1.99 per pound. Iceberg Lettuce, $2.49 each. Forget the GPS, drop the compass, and turn off the maps. If you're looking to shop and save, you're looking for Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best-kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
Welcome back. You're watching Access Now. Well, when women are equipped, communities are impacted. That's the thrust behind this year's Leadership Empowerment Summit. And here to tell us all about it, our Global Leadership Empowerment Network founder, Apostle Brenda Pratt, and Simone Bowe, human resources expert. Ladies, welcome to Access Now.
Thank you.
Thank you
for having us.
You see, we got girls only tonight,
Yeah.
so everything worked out just fine. Now, can we just start off with introducing us to what is the Leadership Empowerment Summit?
The Leadership Empowerment Summit is actually an initiative, a vision that's going to be executed by the Global Leadership Network. And so the network has been in existence for many years. It's actually a spring off of Daughters of Zion Global Network that was founded in 2007. And so after 20 years of leading as a woman in leadership, I sensed the necessity and vision was birthed inside of me to gather women leaders and also those who are aspiring, the next generation of women leaders. And so this particular summit is gathering women for 2 days of empowerment, refreshing, impartation, just focus. And really another part of the summit is to cause women to relax. Just let your hair down and relax and just enjoy a time together, connecting with other women and collaborating with other women.
And in a safe environment.
In a safe environment.
Now, you mentioned it's a 2-day event. Can you walk us through what those 2 days are going to entail and how the weekend's going to flow?
Yeah, so on the 7th, we have a morning session that will focus specifically on leadership and financial empowerment, economic empowerment. We also have a panel that's going to be at the end of that morning session, and Simone is one of our honored guests on the panel. That panel will be hosted by Destiny Murphy. And then we take a break, and then we come back that evening for a spiritual empowerment session. And Dr. Cindy Trim, she's here on the island, already here with us on the island. Hey. She will be our international guest speaker. Then we come back for the highlight of the summit on Saturday at 12 noon. The first ever, I think, we are honoring women in government. There will be some women who have served this nation, given of themselves, I mean, just totally to see to it that the nation becomes better. And so we will be honoring some women with the Distinguished Trailblazer Award, and then we have some other female parliamentarians who we will be honoring with the Women in Leadership Award. And so that's on Saturday at 12 noon. It's exciting, and we're looking forward to a wonderful time.
I have to ask Simone, as one of the special guests and honorees, can you tell us a little bit about who should attend and how do we get tickets?
Well, the great thing about this is that it's intended for a cross-section of women, so not just persons who are in corporate, but people who may be in the church, people who are in government, people who are in civil society. So across the board, once you are a woman who perhaps is aspiring.
I was going to say, do you have to be in the CEO chair already, or can you just be planning to get there? Oh, perfect.
I think the great thing about this summit is for people who are thinking about it. I remember my days of dreaming about it, and I would put myself in these environments to learn and to be around people who are already there.
All right, so can we find out where we can get these tickets, when and where?
Yes. Well, the summit is on the 7th and 8th at the Margaritaville Beach Resort here in Nassau, Bahamas. And if you are interested, and you need to be interested in registering, you can call us at 242-825-3152 or email us at leadhership. That's the lead with the H-E-R, ship. globalnet@gmail.com. So again, the numbers are 326-3152 or 825-3152, and you can get your ticket for the event on Friday and the luncheon on Saturday.
There you go. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and get your tickets. You heard it here. Well, speaking of strong and powerful women, coming up next, a sexual assault survivor shares her powerful story. You're watching Access.
The Water and Sewerage Corporation has saved the Bahamian public millions of dollars per year through the enhancement of the Windsor well field in New Providence. So says Deputy General Manager of the corporation, Cyprian Gibson.
So basically, some 3 years ago, we were producing like 215 million gallons per annum, 215,000 million gallons per annum. We are now ramping that up to almost 500,000. And so based on those quick numbers, over that period, we have saved about $5 million in water purchases of the more expensive, more energy-intensive reverse osmosis water.
This process allows WSC to reduce its dependence on higher-cost desalinated water, lowering operational expenses while improving energy efficiency. Mr. Gibson also explained why those who are not on public water supply should be.
From the Water and Sewage Corporation, we produce our water to World Health Organization standards. And so there are a number of variables where you abstraction from to ensure that protection of the wellheads, contamination from the environment is not contaminating your well fields, acts by your neighbors are not contaminating your well. And so from our standpoint, we abstract water and we purchase water as well from protected areas. And we also have an obligation to produce that water to World Health Organization standards.
The Windsor well field is a natural water resource that continues to supplement water supply in New Providence. Mr. Gibson noted that there are more investments being made throughout the Bahamas to ensure that water supply is sustainable throughout the country. I'm Candia Smith, and that's what's on tap.
Come and visit us at Shop Smart, 'cause everything is here.
Yes, we have it all for
for you. Toys, clothing, office supplies, appliances, custom cut blinds, bedding, drapes, and rugs. Come and visit us on Mackey Street, 2 blocks down from Wolf Road. Call us at 698-1052. Oh, everything is easy.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at a service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you could be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk or catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one in the car, say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. You got up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
As July turns to August, smart shoppers turn to super value and quality supermarkets for specials like Best Value Whole Kernel Corn, 15 ounces, 99 cents. Jacquard Vegetable Cooking Oil, 40 ounces, $4.49. Boneless strip or ribeye steaks, $7.99 per pound. Turkey wings, $2.99 per pound. Sweet peaches or nectarines, $2.69 per pound. Forget the GPS, drop the compass, and turn off the maps. If you're looking to shop and save, you're looking for super value and quality supermarkets.
So it's well known that your birth month is associated with an astrological sign and your gem or crystal, but did you know that you also have a flower dedicated to your month? Well, if you're an August born, your birth flowers are the striking gladiolus and the vivid poppy. The gladiolus stands for strength and integrity, while poppies carry meanings of remembrance and imagination. Experts say those born in August often combine resilience with creativity, standing firm while still dreaming big. So if this is your month right now, it might be the perfect time to introduce something a little more dramatic into your life. Well, speaking of combining resilience with creativity, it's a read you want to get your hands on. Raped, a survivor's compelling testimony is the true heartbreaking story of a sexual assault survivor in her own words. And our West Calix Forbes has the details.
Persons who are traumatized by rape, they don't normally come out with their story. You will hear people give you a list of what survivors experience, what victims experience, but they can't tell you the real story unless you've been through that.
And Antoinette Brown has gone through it. On June 21st, 2000, Brown says an intruder entered her home and sexually assaulted her. Making matters worse, her 4-year-old son watched the entire ordeal. The survivor says although 26 years has passed since the violent encounter, she refuses to remain silent and is determined to be the voice that she didn't have. She recently penned a new book called Raped, a survivor's compelling testimony.
I knew that society really, they hardly support rape victims. They're not compassionate. They're not empathetic. They're hardly sympathetic. And so for me, the isolation, I thought I had to hide myself from the world, I even want to take myself out of this world because of how rape is stigmatized.
To cope with the trauma, Brown says writing became a part of her own healing journey, and she hopes her book reminds other survivors that they are not alone and that healing is truly possible. But that healing, she says, can't happen without journeying through the hardest but the most important part of the process.
Nothing was working for me. I mean, I tried and I tried. I suffered like for 14 years. 14 years after the rape, and nothing was working for me. So, you know, everything that I did, or every time I go somewhere, I remember the perpetrator. I remember the rapist.
Police stats say in 2025, 50 rape and 10 attempted rape cases were reported. Raped, a survivor's compelling testimony, can be found at Chapter 1 bookstore at the University of the Bahamas. For the Bahamas Tonight, Access Now, I'm Wes Calix Forbes.
Such a powerful story. Thanks, Wes. And I'd also like to remind our viewers there is a national hotline for 24-hour crisis, 322-2763. That's 322-2763 if you need help. Well, on a lighter note tonight, cruise tourism continues to surge across the Caribbean, and the Bahamas is keeping pace. According to newly released Caribbean Tourism Organization data, the Bahamas ranks 4th among the Caribbean's fastest-growing cruise destinations, recording a 20% increase in cruise arrivals, welcoming more than 3.3 million cruise passengers during the first quarter. The U.S. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, and the British Virgin Islands took the 1, 2, and 3 spots, posting stronger year-over-year growth. The latest figures suggest cruise lines are continuing to expand their presence in Bahamian waters as demand for Caribbean vacations remains strong. For local businesses, that could translate into more opportunities for tour vendors, straw vendors, taxi drivers, restaurants, and other entrepreneurs who rely on cruise visitors. And the Royal Bahamas Police Force's School Policing Unit recently opened its Second Chance Summer Camp at C.C. Sweeting Senior High School. The 2-week program focuses on helping at-risk public high school students with behavioral issues, among other challenges, while providing them with counseling, mentorship, and exposure to careers in the vocational field. Officer in charge of the School Policing Division, Superintendent Keith Ferguson, says the mentoring and support campers receive during the initiative helps them to become positive, contributing members of society.
Leaders are not followers. Instill discipline, teamwork, self-control, conflict resolution skills, and national pride. A well-known African proverb says, it takes a village to raise a child. When everyone contributes, youth can grow up in a safe and healthy environment. So whether it's through collective support, guidance, or nurturing, the village plays a crucial role in shaping a child's development.
The students were also encouraged to use their gifts and talents to build a better nation for themselves and future generations.
God has given you your own gift. And maybe you don't know what that gift is just yet. But over time, as you continue to develop, and as the director says, as you continue to grow, you will grow into your own. And so I don't want you to judge yourself based on what you see in others. I want you to judge yourself based on the previous you. I remember seeing this thing, speaking of TikTok, I remember seeing this thing on TikTok where this gentleman said, he said, the person that I'm always chasing is always 10 years away. He's always chasing himself 10 years from now.
Good advice there. Well, stay with us. You're watching Access Now.
Here is the Disaster Risk Management Authority's official 2026 emergency shelter listing for the Northwest Bahamas for Abaco, Andros, the Berry Islands, Bimini, Grand Bahama, Eleuthera, and New Providence. The Berry Islands, Church of God of Prophecy, Great Harbor Key, David A. Dean Community Center, Bullocks Harbor. In Bimini, Gateway Gymnasium, Baileytown, Louise McDonald High School, Allistown, Urban Renewal Building, Special Needs Shelter in Allistown. Eleuthera, Wesley Methodist Church Hall, Palmetto Point, Church of the Nazarene, Palmetto Point, the Salvation Army, Palmetto Point. Emily G. Petty Primary School, Governor's Harbor, George E. Johnson Memorial Center, Hatchet Bay, Bahamas Methodist Habitat, Camp Simonet, James Sister, Charles Wesley Methodist Church, Lower Bogue, Mission Church of God, Upper Bogue, The Current Community Center, The Current, Haitian Baptist People Church, The Bluff, Zion Methodist Church, Current Island, New Jerusalem Church in Blackwood, Sir George Roberts Public Library, Harbor Island, Lighthouse Church of God, Harbor Island, New Alliance Church of God, Harbor Island, Wesley Methodist Church, Harbor Island, Church of God of Prophecy, Tarpon Bay, Deep Creek Primary School, Deep Creek, Greencastle Primary School, Greencastle, Whimsy-Spite Primary School and Whimsy-Spite, and the Frederick G. Guild Complex, Rocks.
At a summer shot of beachgoers enjoying the waters there at Margaritaville. That shot courtesy of drone pilot Isaac Roberts. And it's time now to check the scores and the stats. Your Access Now Sports Report is next.
Well, welcome to your midweek sports check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports. The Bahamas finishing just outside of medal position after one day of competition over at the Royal Blue Golf Course at the 2026 Caribbean Amateur Golf Championships. Now, how would they fare on day 2? Here's our intern, Zaria Stapleton.
Over the past few days, several nations have been competing fiercely at this year's Caribbean Amateur Golf Championships. With one more day left, teams are crunching down and locking in with the aim of securing a team victory. Bahamas team player Alexander Rowland told us about his mindset going into the last day.
Yeah, I had a good start to the tournament. Shot 3 under yesterday, even though I didn't have my best stuff. Was kind of happy about how I finished on the back 9. And then today, try to have a similar attitude, just try to keep it steady. There's a lot of birdies out there. Today's the middle day of the tournament. There's three rounds, and you kind of want to move up the leaderboard today. I was a few shots back from the leader. Mindset-wise, I just want to go win it. Like I'm out here to dominate. I'm out here to play golf, and honestly, I don't want to be in a position where I leave it short and just want to give it my all to go win it. And if it doesn't happen, you know, get back to the chalkboard and figure out what happened, what went wrong, and fix it the next week. But
the president of the Caribbean Golf Association spoke about the impact the Bahamas has within the region.
I think last time we were here was 2017 or 18, I'm not sure, but it was at the Ocean Club, and it was excellent as well. Being here in the Bahamas is very special for the Caribbean Golf Association. We had the juniors here a couple of years ago at Albany, another great golf course. This island is just full of great golf courses.
We're looking forward to watching them tee off and finish strong. Reporting for ZNS Total Sports, I'm Zaria Stapleton.
Thanks, Zaria. Speaking of just outside of medal position, over in Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic at the CAC Games, some of the country's top sailors in prime position to get on the podium in the 2-person mixed dinghy. The team of Mary Jack Nash and Patrick Tomlinson are in the bronze medal position out of 6 teams after 8 of the 12 races in that series. In the 1-person men's dinghy, Joshua Higgins, 4th out of 18 sailors, just outside of medal position as well. Lori Lowe and Nash Cartwright in the 2 regional 2-person mixed dinghy are in 5th position with 35 gross points and 30 net points. And Junior Pan Am gold medalist Eliza Denning, competing in the 1-person women's dinghy event, currently 5th out of 10 competitors with 32 gross points. In athletics, Anisha Cartwright, hoping to follow in the footsteps of Devin Charlton, who secured a gold medal in the women's 100-meter hurdles last week at the 2026 Commonwealth Games. Cartwright hoping to add a CAC medal to her impressive young resume. She would finish 2nd in her semifinal heat in 13:26, qualifying for the final with the 4th fastest time overall. We'll have that race for you in tomorrow's Sportscast. It's Wednesday, which means a new Women in Sports feature. Michelle Butler catching up with a young hooper with some very big dreams.
At an age when most children are just beginning to discover who they are, Annie Curtis made a decision that required courage. The 14-year-old left the comfort of her home, her family, and everything she knew to continue her basketball journey in the United States. She says her love for the game came from one simple moment.
I just used to go on the park every day and play ball, and then I ended up going to the national team tryout, and that's how I met the Luke Hines program.
Moving to a new country brought excitement, but it also came with challenges that many young athletes her age have never experienced.
I was scared because, one, I didn't know nobody, and if I don't know you, I ain't gonna talk. So I was just there. They used to call me quiet when I first came.
Adjusting to a different culture, a new school, and a higher level of competition hasn't been easy. But through every challenge, the game has continued to shape her both as a player and as a young woman.
I learned how to stay disciplined. It matured me as a person because at the age of 14, no one really sending their kid off to the States to really live by themselves and do everything by themselves. So I would say I'm more mature.
While her journey is just getting started, Andy hopes her story will encourage other young BMN athletes to chase their own dreams, no matter how far they may lead.
Give yourself time to get familiar with everybody and where you're at. And once you understand people and allow people to understand you, you would feel more comfortable where you're at.
At just 15 years old, Andy Curtis has proven that age is no limit when it comes to chasing big dreams. For Women in Sports Wednesday, I'm Michelle Butler.
Thanks, Michelle. And that's been your look at sports on this Wednesday. I'm Amajal Knowles, signing out until tomorrow.
Well, that does it for Access Now for tonight. See you Thursday. Good night, everybody. See you for dinner.
Here is the Disaster Risk Management Authority's official 2026 emergency shelter listing for the Northwest Bahamas for Abaco, Andros, the Berry Islands, Bimini, Grand Bahama, Eleuthera, and New Providence. Grand Bahama, Bethany Baptist Church, Hannah Hill, Church of God of Prophecy, Seagrape, Central Zion Baptist, Pinedale, Church of God of Prophecy, Pinedale, Bethel Baptist Church, Pinedale, New Mount Olivet Baptist Church, Holmes' Rock, 8 Mile Rock Gymnasium, 8 Mile Rock, Holmes' Rock Junior High School in Holmes' Rock, the Foster B. Pestina Hall, Christ the King, Special Needs Shelter, East Atlantic Drive, Central Church of God, Cole Road, First Baptist Church, Columbus Drive, Shiloh Seventh-day Adventist Church, Sancombe Road, Evangeline Jervis Hurricane Shelter, Anita Doherty Drive, Beachway, and Gamber Drive. Revelation Apostolic International Church, Jobson Avenue. Calvary Temple Assembly of God, Clive Avenue. Bishop Michael Eldon School Auditorium, Anita Doherty Drive, formerly Beachway Drive. Church of God of Prophecy Community at Heart Tabernacle, reserved for Aftermath, Coral Road. Maurice Moore Primary School, Tor Cross Road and Sancombe Drive. St. George's High School Gymnasium, Sunset Way.
Did you know that if a fire starts in your home, you may have as little as 2 minutes to escape? Keep your family and home safe with these few fire safety preparation and prevention tips. Ensure that your home has working smoke detectors. They will alert you if there is smoke and fire in your home. Install a smoke detector on every level of your home, inside each bedroom and outside each sleeping area. Test smoke detectors every month and change the batteries every 6 months. Home fires can spread rapidly and every second counts. Create an escape plan and practice it with everyone in your home. Make sure everyone can safely escape in less than 2 minutes. Keep escape routes as clutter-free as possible so no one trips or falls on the way out during an emergency. In addition to smoke detectors, fire extinguishers is an important device to have on hand. To use a fire extinguisher, remember the acronym PASS. Pull the pin, aim the nozzle, squeeze the handle, and sweep from side to side at the base of the fire. We must all do our parts to ensure that our families and homes are safe in the event a fire occurs. On behalf of the Commissioner of Police, the Director of Fire Services, and all officers of the Fire Department, let's work together to help prevent fires, because fire safety is everyone's responsibility, and the life you save may be your own.